here we are. Welcome to Wednesday, November 27th, here on Paula Sands Live. Well, I want to let you know that it was 25 years ago that this station hired a man who had already been on the air in the Quad Cities for years, doing sports at Channel 4. Before that, radio news on KSDT with Spike O'Dell. Our Fran Riley, after 46 years in broadcasting, has decided to retire. This is his last, Fran, this might be your very last TV appearance. I'm not sure, right? You have a
special coming up.
You have a Thanksgiving special tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. Look what just happened today.
Yeah, about an hour ago. They named the conference room after me, huh?
This was so neat. Very few of us knew about this. They just unveiled this. As you said, about an hour ago, that our news conference room has been dedicated to Fran, and this plaque will remain outside of that room for all the years to come. It got me to thinking, Fran, did you know that that's a special quote from you?
It is now, that's for sure.
Now you knew. This is a little phrase that Fran uses. He says, I saw your story last night, and it got me to thinking. And then you went for that. What does this mean to you, Fran? What do you think?
Oh, it's wonderful. I am just overwhelmed by the kindness of people, not only here at the station, but in the community. This is a great community. I came here, as you know, Paula, in 1978, thought I'd be here for maybe a year or two. Well, 41 years later, I'm still here. So
in 78, that's when you started at KSDT. Locally?
That's right, 1978, yes.
On radio. And you did sports for a long time. I wondered, there's some pictures on this collage that your wife made for you of your sports days. What was your interest in sports? How was it that you were a sports anchor for whatever, 13 or 14 years?
When I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, the gentleman that did the Red Sox games for years was a man named Curt Gowdy. And he was well known, later went on to NBC and broadcast. You name the big sporting event. At that time, when I was a kid, Curt Gowdy was broadcasting it. And I wanted to always be the next Curt Gowdy to do Red Sox baseball. Well, when that didn't happen, I figured, still might as well get in the door somehow. So that's what I did, yeah.
Well, Life of Riley, this is what Marilyn put together, because you had all these old pictures in a drawer or somewhere.
Right, exactly right. That picture there is of my favorite baseball player of all time, Al Kaline of the Detroit Tigers. That's me down at what at the time, Paula, was John O'Donnell Stadium, interviewing a gentleman down there when I worked at Channel 4. And directly behind that picture is Spike O'Dell, and I'm interviewing him out at the golf tournament at Oakwood Country Club.
Well, the very first picture that we saw on here is that famous three-shot of you and Spike and President Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Did he come to the station? How was it?
He came. KSTT at the time was right on the Mississippi River on River Drive. And he was coming down the river with his daughter on a riverboat to see the beauty of the river in the Midwest. And I guess the Secret Service felt, well, he's not that far away from being in the station. And I think at that time he might have been running for re-election, so that probably helped too. But yeah, that's President Carter in the middle there,
And then the black and white picture just below that, that's your mom and dad.
My mom and dad, yeah, they both deceased now, but had great parents. My dad had a wonderful, wonderful sense of humor, and my mother taught me work ethic. Yeah,
your work ethic, oh my goodness. You know, Fran really does everything. He's, for the past several years, he's done these feature stories for us here. Interviewing, you gave me a number. How many people?
About 1,500.
About 1,500 stories, not to mention all of the people you've met.
Yeah, and I just, I always say, Paula, that I meet ordinary people who do extraordinary things.
That's for sure.
This was one we did earlier this year with a gentleman who had racing pigeons. So, and that one's at I think at a church in Muscatine where they were installing a new organ.
And that very first shot we saw was when you were doing your therapy after your surgery. You want to talk about that real briefly, Fran? Because there was a time here when you had a little brain surgery about, what, 8 years ago?
Right, 2011, and there's the footage right there. I was involved in what was called and is still called the LIFT program, Learning Independence for Tomorrow. And you and I did an interview out at Vanderveer Park, as I recall.
That was the year I had my cancer, and so we both kind of saw each other through that. And that was a special day. It was out at Vanderveer. Yeah, look at that, a couple of kids.
Yeah, and I was a lot slimmer.
Yeah, I think I was too. But anyway, it was 8 years ago. So,
but you know, the letters and the emails that I got from people, some of them I don't even know who they were or are, other than the fact that they took the time to write or send it, and that meant so much to me. I was driven to tears more than once, I'll tell you that.
Fran, and we all had the tears when this went up today. I just want to reference that video we just saw. I was holding up a blanket, and that was that prayer shawl that you and Marilyn delivered to me after I got out of the hospital, and I still want to tell you what that means to me. I still use it. I still have it out.
Wonderful.
And I want to thank you for that, friend. Your friendship has meant personally and professionally so much to all of us here.
You're a legend.
I'm a legend. I'm talking to the legend right here. I don't see, you already have a conference room named after you. So the conference room is taken. I don't know what's left for me. The memorial restroom or something, I guess. So, friend, I want to end with this. What your future plans are here now? Because just because you're retired doesn't mean, it's just beginning now, right?
Right. One thing I'm really excited about is that when it's snowing, I'm not going to have to drive in 6 inches of snow to get to work. So,
it's true.
But we want to travel a little bit. There's so many beautiful places in this country to see, and we have just beautiful grandkids both here in Davenport and in Colorado, and we'll see from there. You know, I got to get in shape. I might go to the Y here and do a little swimming or whatever.
Well, come back and visit your conference room.
I will. These people in this television station, well, it's legendary, Paula, and I know Marcia has got things planned for the 70th anniversary of the station.
For this year,
You think about the people that have worked here through the years. It's been a real honor to be able to say that I worked at KWQC.
And the honor is ours. And there's a Fran Riley Thanksgiving special tomorrow. What time is that, Jake? It's at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
5 o'clock, yeah.
So Fran will be, he's not done yet.
And I think Marcia's got something planned for the 6 o'clock show tonight.
We've got all kinds of stuff. We haven't seen the end of Fran Riley yet. God bless you, Fran.
You too, Paula. Thank you so much.
Happy Thanksgiving.